want to try it.
I can't have somebody just kill me though. It's just, I mean, because I look at it from like what? As you're, mind you, we all. I'm sexual. Sexuality, I have no problem. But at the same time, it's a level of sexual that I don't fuck with.
Do playing basketball with guys make you horny?
I'm not gonna volunteer any information. Dudes be coming on the basketball court with their dicks out. They ain't got no drawers on. If they have drawers on, they big as fuck, so you still see it regardless of shit. Let's not talk about that. Saw him in his underwear and I felt some type of way.
Yeah,
immediately.
He's a Pisces.
He is a Pisces. He is a Pisces.
Interesting. You didn't tell me. Nah, bitch, you ain't tell me because you was sneaking and doing that shit, bitch. Are you black first or gay first?
Am I who?
Are you black first or gay first?
What we have now, like that wasn't happening back then. So I came out at age 21. What happened? I was taking care of my sister at the time. I was living here. My mom.
Your 32-year-old sister.
My 32-year-old sister. So I've been here for a minute. So like I had her when she was in high school. I would take care of my sister. I was working 3 jobs or whatever. She stayed with my mom. Needed help. I took my sister with me. She stayed with me. So she knew I was gay.
Your sister.
My sister. So, but my mom didn't know. And
I told my sister before I told my mom.
Yeah. So like my mom, she really like she saw gay porn when I was 17, 18 before.
In your phone?
On the computer at the time.
Okay. My mom did too. Ooh, that's so clocky.
So, but this is the thing. So like, even at that time, you know how you pull up shit and you close shit out and pop-ups come up? So it was like gay dudes popped up. I think it's hilarious because I actually like straight porn, but I was looking at all type of porn. So I closed it out. I didn't think nothing of it. I went to sleep. I woke up to my mom, and this is when I knew she was like really not with the shit. She was over it. She was pissed. She wanted to beat my ass. Like she was like, what is this gay shit on my computer? Like it was like a thing. And I was like 17, 18 at the time. And I was like, I'm sitting here shocked because I knew I closed all that shit out. But I know when you close out shit, pop-ups come up. So I was like, what the fuck you talking about? Like I think that comes up when you looking at sex shit. Like this random shit come up. I was looking at all type of shit. I'm curious. I'm young. So
you said that to her?
I didn't say that to her. But
you should have said that to her.
I didn't tell her.
Okay.
I was young, so I was shocked at anything that she even knew. So like I was just like,
I was always 2 steps ahead of my mama, baby.
Look,
well, I was out young, but anyway.
Listen, I wasn't, and so when that happened, I was trying to figure out why it came up. So I was like, Mom, when I look up stuff, shit be popping up, and I think that's what happened. So we talked about it, and that was cool. But in that same sense, I knew I was gay. I just didn't like. I knew my mom didn't like that. Like she used to say inappropriate shit, bag, the shit that just certain shit like that. So
I'm not happening with my mama. She know better.
Yeah, but see, my mom didn't. See, my mom from Philly. It's like she like hood.
My mom from Chicago.
Well, hood. Like, I mean, that's Chicago hood. So like, my mom, Philadelphia to me is different. The females in Philly are really different. But from what time when that happened, I had my sister. When she really found out I was gay, is when things changed. Like at first, she wasn't really with the shit. She actually didn't feel like she wanted to talk to me.
You felt like she wouldn't talk to
you?
No,
she didn't want to talk to me.
Oh, she didn't want to talk to you.
Like, it was a fact. So it was a time where I was paying her phone bill and she wasn't even talking to me. So I took her phone off.
I was going to say, baby.
Yeah, because we not about to do that. Like, I was like, you don't have to be a part of my life. This is what it is. I had a boyfriend at the time, and we was together 5 years at that time. And when she was giving me that energy, I was like, I don't have to do that with you. I've been gone since 17, 18. I've been gone. I don't ask you for shit. I've been here. I don't need you like that for real. If you want to just not fuck with me, then cool. So when I had that conversation with her and I left it alone, she ended up like maybe 5 or 6 months later, kind of like trying to figure it out with me. And we great now. Like she knows everything. So I think people just have to be in experiences where I'm your son. You love me regardless. You should love me regardless. She just didn't like the gay shit. She's very Christian. She's very spiritual, whatever. And that wasn't really what she wanted from me. So, but shit, sometimes I feel like that too. But yeah, we came a long way. So she found that out. She took my sister when she found out that I was gay. Like I was taking care of her, and she was like, "No, I ain't had my sister with that shit." Then she took my sister. But all this happened, and we got to a point where we can be where we are now, which she loved me to death. She don't care about what I got going on. She's still not with it. but she respects me about it. She
Mhm.
talks about it, and we good.
How did you get into coaching?
Coaching. So I played ball for Allen University. I played ball pretty much high school. When I came here, I was introduced to a lot of people. Even when I was with the NBA player, like I was introduced to a lot of people, WNBA players, a lot of players in general. So I've been around certain.
He was
people.
introducing you to people and as his like friend.
It was a friend, yeah. It was a homeboy thing. So like it was a homeboy thing for sure.
Oh my god!
So,
I hate downloading.
but see, for me, it worked because I didn't really like that either because I know how, like, especially around that time, like it was like 2007, 2009, 2000. These are times where I felt like was very homophobic. They were very homophobic. So like, it's different now.
Mhm.
Like 2016 hell to me was different. So it was cool for me. It worked for me. And then meeting those people as I was living here, because I was from Florida and coming here, I met a couple of WNBA players, and just players in general, and it's kind of like made connections. So I actually recently started coaching. That was the year 2019, 2019, 2020. I met up with this lady. Her name is Coach Lisa. She gave me an opportunity to coach AAU basketball. It's called FBC. The team that I was helping coach was FBC Legacy.
Mhm.
There's a FBC, like they have a lot of blue chip high school girls that are really, really good.
What is blue chip?
Blue
mean?
chip is like the top 5-star recruits. So like a lot of the girls that play for USC, Don Staley, they a lot of girls like I've had opportunity to be around
Mhm.
that have went to the next D1 playing basketball. So I think honestly I was grateful for the opportunity because she put me in a space where this wasn't just some old. This is my first coaching gig, so
Right.
like she didn't put me in a space with some like little kids that didn't. There was no prospect. These are people that are now playing
Mhm.
at an elite level that got NIL deals. That's playing at a high level, and it was just to look back at. I really appreciated it. So yeah, that was my first coaching. I coached for like 2 years, and I kind of gave it a break because I started school. So
And then you stated like you played ball in college. How did you not end up trying to go pro?
well, I'm 5'6". Not to say that matters.
Why you didn't go overseas?
Well, even with that, so I ain't gonna lie. As I was in Allen University, because I didn't finish Allen University.
Okay.
So like I started, I played that first year. I got distracted. I will say like as I was traveling, doing a lot of stuff with the guy from Florida, I end up just kind of like
putting you on the back burner.
putting him in the back burner. So then I end up.
So we be young, we be fucking up.
Yeah, like I mean, it was what it is. Like I wanted to be grown more than anything. You know, you out, you got money, you want to live with somewhere, you partying. Like literally at that time, Atlanta is completely different than it is now. We had clubs Monday through fucking Sunday.
Absolutely.
And it was amazing. So like you imagine me at the time with the money, with whatever I had to my disposal. My friends had money. It was never a problem. So like back then, I was gone. So like that was fun for me. It was like everything was great. So like it was easy to get distracted. So I ended up being like, man, fuck Allen University. I came here, and that was it. Like I just was like, man, let me work these jobs. Let me figure this shit out, and that's just pretty much what happened.
Your house is on fire with your mom, your husband, and your children inside. You have the ability to save only one. Who are you saving and why?
My children.
Why?
Because they're my children. Like my mom and them better figure it out. Like I need my kids. Like these are people that's gonna continue me. I mean, not to say it like that. That sounds so crazy. But if I had to choose, I mean, I would love to try to save all of them. But my kids, they babies. Like they don't even live life yet. That sounds bad, but it's the truth.
No, that's your answer.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll support that for you.
Who would you say?
My husband.
Your husband?
I wouldn't be able to live for my kids.
Yeah, he better be able to save himself.
I would look at my kids and I would resent them for letting my husband die.
Yeah, but see, I can't. Yeah,
you can have more kids.
You can have another husband.
You probably would never find that love again in your life.
You probably wouldn't have them kids like you had.
You can have kids. Kids is so easy to have kids.
Oh my God,
it is so easy to have kids.
No,
like, it's not easy to have kids.
It's
like that.
Kids, but that would I would yeah. Well, hopefully my husband know how to money.
You want kids?
Yeah.
But you 37. That means you got to get the ball going, baby.
Man,
It's time for you to find a man.
People that have, especially this time, we have people that have kids at 45. I ain't tripping.
I feel like I don't want no kids, but I feel like for me, I don't want to be old with no motherfucking kids. Like,
see, I don't care about that because I want my kid. I need kids so that when I am old, they can help me out. But no, that's another selfish.
But you're gonna be 60 and they 12. Like,
okay,
we'll figure gonna be well. 60 now is different.
Yeah, so. 60, I mean, if you look at people now, if you really look at people now in their 60s, if you take care of yourself, which I feel like I do, I don't have no problem. So like
you do, because you look about 28, 29.
See, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
so it works out. Like I'm 37, so like what I will say, like, okay, so one, my past relationship that was in 7 years, he had a son. So like as far as experiencing children for me, I've already experienced that. Like the kid was 2 years old and now he's 13. And I've pretty much been in that life the entire time. So you're talking about changing, you're talking about wiping ass, you're talking about teaching how to read, write, you're talking about, just teaching life as a kid. So like I've been through that. So like for me, it is what it is. So like I've been through that. So now as far as me wanting kids now at this age, I know what's required for that. Like even if I was not to have kids at all, that experience that I had, that's what I wanted to experience. I'm fulfilled for sure.
I don't have a parental bone in my body. Like I just don't have that.
You will if you are nurturing. Are you nurturing? Do you care?
Not to kids, like purposely. I feel like.
Well, that's different.
If you watch my show, I've talked about this a few times with a few guests.
Okay.
Just to bring it short and not go on a whole tangent. Due to my circumstance of how I was raised and how that made me feel and resent my parents growing up until I had to resolve with them. One, me not ever feel like I could be a kid. When I was a kid, kids would annoy me because I never got to be a kid. I never got to sit and watch cartoons and like be a kid. So kids would annoy me because I was always around adults and I knew so much adult stuff. When I was like a freshman, my friends were seniors going to college. When I was like going to the club, sneaking in the clubs at 19, my friends was like 26, 27. So I was always like around a more mature crowd. And then the part where I was like growing up resenting my parents for certain stuff, I always had it in my mind like I never want a child to feel that way about me.
Yeah.
And I never want. And when I would have like conversations to resolve with my parents, basically what I would get from them is they were doing the best that they were doing at the time, or they didn't know that they were not.
They didn't know, yeah.
So I got to look at that for me, bitch. I could be doing this to a child and not even be doing it on purpose, but I'm fucking their life up. So I just always had it in my mind that kids would never be a thing for me.
So what you just saying that on camera for me, you're the perfect example of someone that would be a perfect parent because you've been through these experiences for yourself. Like legitimately speaking, like you've gone through these experiences where you don't want to feel this way, you don't want to feel that way, but you also know that you went through things as you was a child. Those people, for me, you're going to look at your child once you get in that space that you want a child. Once you feel like you're in a space that you want a child, I think you're the perfect parent because you went through these experiences and because you're never going to be ready for a child. That's never going to be the case. But like the fact that you have these reservations about it because of what you went through in your childhood, those are the perfect people because you're like, I ain't want to treat my child like that. I'm gonna make sure that you feel this way, you feel that way, that you experience life the way you should experience it. On top of the fact that my parents didn't do this for me, so let me do this for you.
I disagree because me and my mother, if our stories were on paper, they would battle. Like the way that my mother grew up with her, the way my mother and her siblings grew up with their parents. If we wrote that shit on paper, it would be like tug of war.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So it's like she went through all the shit she went through, and then still had a child and put me through shit.
Exactly.
So what would be the difference for me with a child?
Okay, let me say this: the parents, our parents, my parent, their parents, we can throw them away. I mean, when I say that, meaning legitly, like they are not as advanced as we are as in the 2020, like 2025, going more forward because they're not as open. I think we're as open in 2025. We're as open. We're more knowledgeable. We have more access to certain shit compared to what they were. They was closeted. There were a lot of shit that they don't even fucking know to this day. So like them then and us now is two different things, in my opinion. And how open it is, how people try to include, LGBTQ or whatever. Like that wasn't happening back then. And I mean, we still have challenges now, but just to know that we come from a different place where it's not like it was when they were kids, when they were adults and whatever. They didn't have access like that. They were just trying to fight to be included.
Yeah.
So just to know that we still try to fight to be included, but we're better off than we were then. I think it's just different.
Are you black first or gay first?
Am I who?
Are you black first or gay first?
I'm black. I'm mixed first because my dad's Puerto Rican and my mom's black. So like biracial, whatever you want to call that. But I think I'm black first and gay. I think gay comes second. I don't really like to be categorized in my sexuality. I think we don't categorize straight people in their sexuality. Why we got to be categorized because we're gay? Like I get it because we have to fight for some level of position when it comes down to certain things. But I don't like to be categorized. I don't feel like you should be looking at my sexuality, who I fuck, be as a person or my personality. So yeah,
I live in my sexuality. My sexuality is like the biggest thing to me. It's like it's a big thing for me. It's a big part of who I am, and I've been out since I was 10 years old. So I've been going through the generations of different gay, and I've seen stuff growing up, and I experienced stuff growing up, and then I see stuff after. It's just a lot, and it's very powerful to me. And then even outside of the stuff I experienced for myself and the stuff that I went through on my journey, I think to people outside, I would be gay first because it's still a whole community of black people. That's what they see when they see me. And black people treat gay people how white people treat black people.
I can see that.
So to me, I am gay before I'm black because I feel like I would have to defend or stand with gay people before black people would stand with me as a gay man.
That's a fact. I can see that.
This game is called Is This Your Kink? And basically I'm just gonna say a few things and you say if you would be into it or not.
Okay.
Acting out like delivery service. Somebody come to your door like they're a delivery man and y'all role play. You into that?
I'm into role play.
Okay. Exhibitionism. You know what that is?
Yes.
Are you into that? For the people who don't know, exhibitionism is being watched by other people.
Yes. I can be into that.
You can be.
I can be. I've done it.
You have done it. And you liked it when you done it.
It was cool. I can't say when you say I like I don't. So you don't even say
like me like oh yeah let's fucking let people watch. But you're saying you've done it. You wouldn't say you necessarily like it.
Yeah, I mean it's cool.
So if somebody brought it to you like let's fuck in front of somebody, would you do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Voyeurism. Are you into voyeurism? You know what that is too. No.
Voyeurism
is watching.
Just watching.
You're watching them.
Oh yeah.
Exhibition is they're watching you.
Oh well, yeah, both of them.
But you can't join. You just gotta watch.
You gotta watch. Yeah. See, my voyeurism that's never happens in real life. You voyeur and you're enjoying it. But
I've watched sometimes. I've watched and I joined, and I've watched and joined.
See, only reason
but when I've watched and joined, I wanted to join. I just at that time I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, okay. So you just defaulted at that time because you would have did it, right? Yeah, so like for me, that's why it never worked out because it just what happened. But yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I like watching.
Feet. Are you into feet play?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So that's another thing. The sexuality for me is your body. Like a grown ass man at the age of 37, 38, 40, you should know a person's body parts. Like I mean, I'm not saying everybody's with feet. It's not for everybody, but yeah, absolutely. Like feet, whatever body part. Like, cause I feel like you're sensitive in all types of places. Nipples, your neck. Shit like that. Feet is one of them. Absolutely.
Only a funny story. My ex that was a Libra. Before I got in a relationship with him, he was engaged. And then it got called off. He was cheating on me with his fiance. I found out later down the line, but he was cheating on me with his fiance. And me and his fiance ended up becoming cordial, and he didn't like it. Like he did not like that we were cordial. Anyway,
of course.
And one of the times that me and him were like on a break from breaking up, I had messed around with this guy, and I had never had my toes sucked or anything before. And the guy that I was messing with, he was like, massaging my feet and stuff, and he was going to like put my foot in his mouth, and I was looking at him like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, don't do that, don't do that." And he put my foot in his mouth, and it felt so good, like my back like arched. It was like one of the best things I have ever felt.
So you wasn't getting penetrated while you was doing that?
No, he just
have you ever been penetrated while somebody's doing that? And it's amazing, right?
Yes,
exactly.
I feel like getting your toes sucked is one of the best feelings in life.
Yeah, but anyway, it is like legitly.
Anyway, so again, this is a break. The guy sucked my toes. I liked it. When me and my guy were back on, we were having sex one night, and I was like giving him head. So I was like licking between his thighs, and you know, and I went down and I sucked his. I like put my foot in his mouth and I started sucking his toes, and he looked at me with like a death stare, like
yes,
no. He looked at me like I did something wrong, like, and he like grabbed my head and he like snatched my foot out of his mouth, and he was like, "Why the fuck would you do that?" And I was like, "I thought you would like it," and he was like, "Are you fucking with blah blah blah?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Why would you ask me that?"
Like that. He probably did like that because my thing is, if he associated that with him, then I feel like that's what y'all be doing. And that's what you do. Exactly.
That's the funny story. So that's the funny story. I'm like, why would you ask me that?
So yes, because that's what they do. And that's all. But see, my thing is, this is why I have an issue with certain guys in certain situations, because be consistent, in my opinion. Like, if you're gonna do that with that nigga, do that shit with me too. Because what's the difference? Like, because why are you doing this with this person? And especially we have a love interest. I want to do the same shit. If it's anything,
I wasn't that mature back then. I was not that mature back then.
So, like, honestly, I'm so rich because
if I would have found out if he would have told me he was cheating on me, I would have left his ass back then. Yeah. I'm not leaving nobody for cheating on me now. I don't care that much.
No, it depends on. It depends
how you cheat.
It depends.
If you tell me you want to fuck if I'm dating you and you tell me you want to fuck somebody, I would let you go fuck him. But if you cheat on me, then I don't want to be with you because I would let you go do it.
I want to watch.
I don't give a damn. I feel like we are men.
Yeah,
we are men.
Here's the thing for me though, when it comes to relationships and this whole, having sex with other people, I can have sex with anybody I want to, and I feel like on some real shit, I feel like I get quality guys. So if I'm fucking with you. And these niggas are fine as fuck, but I'm still just fucking with them. I'm really monogamous. Like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I could be monogamous.
Those are two different things.
Yeah.
Those are two totally different things.
Yeah. So, like,
I'm monogamous with you because I'm sharing my love with you. I'm not sharing my love with anybody else.
Right. Oh, you talking about as far as sexual wise?
No, I'm talking about as far as I love you.
Yeah.
Like, I love you. I don't love nobody else.
Right.
I'm only being in a relationship with you. I don't want to be in a relationship with nobody else. But I might want to fuck somebody else. Yeah, I might want to fuck somebody else. But I consider that monogamous. If I tell you I want to sleep with this person, I think I'm still being monogamous to you.
See, I can't say I agree with that, but I get what you're saying. Because it's like, I'm not sharing the experiences that I have with you with this person. This is just a physical thing.
I'm also not cheating if I let you know. Like, if you tell me not to do it, I'm not going to do it. But if you let me do it, that's not cheating.
No, if you know, because that's your relationship.
Yeah.
So every relationship is different. Like, if that's like every relationship. Yeah, that's different though. Like, that's not cheating. That's your relationship with your dude. So like, if you let them know that, hey, I'm doing this, whatever, and it's like, okay, cool.
No, don't let me know you're doing it. We gotta have a conversation.
Yeah. So like, conversation about it. If you have a conversation about it and it's cool, then that's not cheating. Cheating is, I don't know about. I don't know. You sneaking. You over here just.
You're not gonna do it in my face.
Yeah, like that's cheating. I feel like that's for what? Like, I really believe that that's an issue.
Back to the game. Are you into toys?
No. Could I be into toys? I've never done toys, so like. I'll never get a dildo. I'll never get some shit like, because it's like, why? When I can have the real thing.
Right. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah. Not at all.
Are you into domination?
How can I answer? Yeah, I can be.
What part of domination are you into?
I can be. I like to be submissive, but I can't just be submissive to everybody.
You like being choked and called names?
Yes, I can. I can be. I'm getting into that. Let's just say that. I'm getting into that. So like,
that's scary to me.
I can get into that. Like, I don't care about that. Like, cause I like to be rough a little bit. So it is what it is.
Are you into golden showers?
Absolutely not. I don't even understand how people. Not to knock nobody that's into golden showers, but what is the excitement of that?
I want to try it.
Really?
I
mean, you can pee on me in the tub, like in the shower. But to me, to be like, oh,
that's
pee on
what I
me.
think it needs to be in. Because what
I mean,
the don't do it in the bed.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you gonna pee on me on my carpet and my floor? Like, that's weird. Like,
I definitely want to try it though.
But
I want to try it.
I can't have somebody just pee on me though. Cause I look at it from a like what? As you're, mind you, we all pee. So as you're sitting in front of the toilet and peeing, what part of that makes you feel? Like,
not sitting in a no. That don't turn me on. But you know, never mind.
What we doing? What are we talking about?
I have done some stuff. You have anything you want to say, or anything you want to ask before we conclude? So did the interview go how you thought it was gonna go? Was it worse? How did it?
No, it was great.
How was your experience on PepTalk?
PepTalk, it was great. It was great. Immediately as we started, it seemed like a vibe, so it was cool.
Yeah, you're very easy to converse with.
Yeah, I'm glad because I was nervous about that too. That's why I had called you early in the week because I was like, I just want to make sure. I mean, I know for me, I'm cool with anybody. I can talk to anybody. So it was just more meeting the expectation and just kind of like, I know what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing. Like, I think it's dope as fuck that you're able to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's dope. Like, this is not something that you just can do. You got to plan. You got to make things happen. You got to be on people's schedule. So I just think it was me more feeling like I'm not going to meet the expectation that you want. So I just wanted to make sure, because I also know you were friends with my people too. So it was like, I just want to make sure it was going to be good all around. So
that was another installment of PepTalk. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time.